What is up, you guys? This is BRICKLOVER Brad here today with another LEGO City update. This is LEGO City number 8 since I ripped apart my LEGO City about a year ago and started redoing it. Most of the city is pretty much done now, but there are a few things that I want to finish up, and I'm excited to bring you guys along for the progress. If you guys missed update number 7, or a little recap of what I did, I added this crane here to the LEGO City. It was in the LEGO City for the last few months now, but it was basically just set on the roads. No cars could get by. It wasn't in its proper place, but now it's fully in the city. It belongs here, it's part of it, and I really like how that looks. I think it looks awesome in the skyline of the city. Another thing I did in that last update was build another subway station here. I had already built the first subway station a few updates ago, but now this subway station has been built, so all the subways here in the LEGO City are now looking good. I even did some staging and some minifigures, have some places to live, but of course I'm still going to do a little bit more throughout this update. Other plans that I want to do for this update, of course, are just some more staging around the LEGO City. I want to get rid of this fairground that I set up in the summertime. It is in the middle of winter now. I set this up in the summer, so it's time for it to go, and I think it'll be good. I want to do some more staging just throughout, maybe update the park, add some more minifigures and things like that. I've got tons of parts that could go in the LEGO City, so there's definitely no shortage there. And then maybe if I get around to it, I'd love to build a new building right here. You guys can see there is this construction site in the LEGO City, this blank space. It's not a huge space, it's not big enough for a modular or anything like that, but definitely big enough for a MOC. So it would be really cool to fill something to go in there, maybe a little skyscraper. I have some ideas, maybe a casino, maybe a nightclub, maybe a concert venue, maybe all of the above. We will have to see, and all of that will happen here in today's update. I think the first thing I want to tackle in this part of the update is the LEGO's federal building area over here. So I've actually moved and got rid of all of the fairground things that were in there. These were there for the summer, and it is obviously not the summer now. So I want to just do something different here. Maybe I'll just have some minifigures or just leave it blank for now. You know, it doesn't always have to be filled, but it looks a lot better, I think, empty right now. So I might just leave it at that. Another thing is I realized that I have this construction site here, which is great, but it's made it so no cars can get through. Like, how are cars supposed to get from this part of the city to this part of the city? So I'm going to do what they do in Toronto, and I'm going to reduce this to one lane, and then I'll just have some police officers doing some traffic directing here. It's a terrible spot for a construction site, but it's okay. It is a LEGO City. It's not real, so it will work. I also think it'd be really fun to add these LEGO minifigures to the LEGO City. These kind of remind me of things you'd see in like Times Square, where they're standing there making you get photos with them and stuff like that. So these might be cool to incorporate as well. Maybe over here, because over here is a little bit of a busy area, but this is looking pretty empty. I found these police minifigures here. These are in rough shape. These are the ones from 2008, I believe, and you guys can tell just what rough shape they are. These were well loved and well played with LEGO minifigures, so I'm going to put them in here, and it's pretty cool to see how LEGO's changed their minifigures over the years. You guys would be able to see the difference now, so I'm just going to position them nicely. And I'll also add some construction minifigures in here as well, just because a lot of the construction sites in Toronto will have both. So there, that looks really good. And look at this guy. He's like the foreman of the site. He's just sitting there enjoying a coffee. But I'm going to move this police car right now because it doesn't need to be there. And I'm going to probably just put it over here in the actual police station. I'll back it in nicely. I was wondering where all the police cars went because like there's only one on the inside of the police station. So I'll put it there for now, and we'll leave the other girl with the door open just walking around. So I just got ahead and added a bunch more LEGO minifigures to the LEGO City, which I'm really excited about. I tidied up the construction site here, added some more figures, and I think it looks great. I added the 3 costume minifigures over here with a mom taking a photo of her 2 kids and just some other minifigures kind of walking around there. It's a much cleaner area than it was. I can't remember all the minifigures I added here, but I did add a bunch to the main strip here, just walking around. It's a little bit more populated, including more minifigures walking throughout Tile Square as well. I also added a bunch more in the park area here. You guys may be able to tell, I added some more at the tables as well. We've got some minifigures now entering the beach. This especially area is a lot more populated. And then on the beach itself, I actually added a volleyball back. I had the stand, but I don't know where the ball had disappeared to a long time ago. I've got like a chef now cooking some hot dogs, and you guys can see lots of other minifigures, of course, have been added to the beach area. I don't know where all my beach minifigures went, but it's hard to find minifigures that are in beach appropriate attire. Like I mentioned over in the park, more minifigures have been added as well. And I even populated this construction site a little bit more. This is the one over on the other side of the city with the crane. And this one is one I'm really excited about. Look at that. I left a minifigure in the outhouse for the crane. It looks like the minifigure operator up here accidentally picked up the LEGO outhouse without realizing that somebody's in it. And this poor guy is terrified as he tries to take a and, he's now hanging above the Lego city. That must be absolutely scary. It's actually pretty crazy because I've pretty much gone through all the Lego minifigures I have in the minifigure bin, except for some of the kids and some of the more specific professions. But obviously, this side of the Lego city is not very populated yet. This is where the crane was, so all the minifigures got moved and things like that. So I'm gonna have to do a lot more work to populate this area of the Lego city, not just with people, but also with cars and stuff. I have a few bins of cars over here, down here, and a little bit down here. I've got some more over here, and then I've got this bin of cars here also to choose from. And of course, too, I do have a whole closet of unbuilt Lego sets, which probably have lots of other Lego cars and Lego minifigures in here. So when I get to doing some building, I'll have some new things to add to the Lego city. But yeah, the Lego city's looking great. I'm so happy with how this is looking. This is one of the first times in the last few months where I've really felt that the city is complete. There's nothing needed to be done. Of course, a Lego city is never fully complete because you always want to make changes and add new buildings. Like, for example, I do want to add another skyscraper right here. But for now, if I just stopped working on the Lego city, I would be satisfied with it. I just built this new Lego city car, the electric sports car, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the Lego city here. I'll pretend it's kind of waiting at the intersection. It is a pretty fun little set, and I had a great time building it, and I think it looks great in the city. One thing I could definitely do is add a new guardrail to the end of the train track here. Like, I've got one over on this side. It's kind of like a little fail-safe, a last-minute resort. It's actually supposed to have this part on it as well, but the train actually hit it and knocked it off, so I just had to put it back on. But that's what it's supposed to look like, and this side should have one here as well. And there we go, the guardrail is in, and I fixed the fallen Lego minifigure. So like I said, I think the two main things that I really still want to do to the Lego city is add another building here. I have some plans for it, but I'm not going to start building it yet. And then, of course, the hospital, which again, I'm just not quite ready. There's a shell there, which is perfect, but I'm just not ready to start building. So I think one of the, the final things I can do to the Lego city is just add a few more sets. Like, I've got all of these bins here of Lego minifigures, and this one really dwindled, especially from when this video started. There was a lot more in there. I want to see if I can make use of any of these more specialty figures as well, and just see if there's any of these like little city vehicles. Like, I see there are some things like some little scooters that could probably get added to the city, which would make a lot of sense. I tried going through this bin as well, but it's just too many construction vehicles and garbage trucks that I honestly don't really need in the city right now. And that's pretty much the same with a lot of the vehicles down here. This one could definitely be added to the city. Not sure why it's there, but yeah, this one here is just like a lot of construction vehicles. Underneath the city table, when I opened it up, I found all of these Lego parts and minifigures and stuff like that, so I'm going to try and incorporate them into the city as well. So I added a little motorcycler right here, which looks pretty sick, and I also added a jetpacker up here, just because I found a jetpack that I built a few years ago. Thought it'd be kind of fun, so he is flying there above the Lego city. It's the city of the future. Added a little news cameraman there who's just doing a little story about the jazz club and the jazz band, and I also added the street cleaner at the back of the Lego city here. The rest of these minifigures are kids though. They're all the short legs ones, so I already have enough kids in the Lego city, so I feel like I don't need any more. I probably should go through the Lego minifigure drawer and actually start building some Lego minifigures, because I've got so many parts that I've collected, especially over the last year or so. I've just got a ton of Lego minifigure parts that I should build with, but I just haven't. So someday I will get to that. Actually, we'll probably add one of these to the Lego city, this like tree trunk guy, because I think it would be fun. I might already have one in here. Yeah, he's a little photographer back there. But let me add another one, and I'll probably make it a robber. There we go. I think this is pretty funny. I even added some plants there. So let me find a little spot for him in the Lego city. I don't want to put it next to the other one, but I still want him hidden. So maybe like right here would be good. There, I feel like that's good. Like, you can barely tell it's a minifigure. It's kind of hidden in there. You don't really know. Now I should add a cop looking maybe over here with some binoculars trying to spot him. And it's a good thing I have a whole bag of first responders as well. And there we go. I actually added the cop into the Lego city here. She is hiding behind a tree with her binoculars, looking out into the park and trying to spot the criminal who is hiding over here. Last thing I'll add to the city today is just this other red car. I think I have like 6 of them. There's only a couple in the Lego city. Like, there's another one right over here. This is probably one of the cars I have the most of in my Lego collection, but it's always a good one to have. And then obviously for just next steps in the Lego city, I just have to build some more sets, populate it a little bit more. I want more minifigures, but you guys can see my minifigure supply right now is a little low of built Lego minifigures, so I've got to get a few more built up and added to the Lego city. And then of course I'll add some new sets, because there are still lots of rooms for like extra cars and stuff like that. So that will all come at a later date. But anyway, you guys, thank you for watching Lego City update number 8 here on the BRICKLOVER BRAD YouTube channel. Very, very happy with how the Lego City is looking right now. This is the most complete it's been for over a year, and I'm very, very excited about it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all here in the next video.